Good day everyone. For this presentation, we will talk about Galileo and Aristotle's view on motion.
Aristotle, the influential Greek philosopher, believed that the universe was governed by a system of natural or violent motion. He proposed that objects were composed of four elements: earth, water, air, and fire. Each element had a natural place in the cosmos, and objects sought to return to their proper state. He explained that in a natural motion, objects had a natural tendency to move towards their proper place. For example, rocks fall to the ground because their natural place is in the center of the universe. In contrast, motion that deviated from this natural tendency was considered forced or violent. This required an external force such as a push or pull to maintain the object's movement.
Aristotle believed that heavier objects fell faster than lighter ones because they contained a greater proportion of earth, making them more eager to return to their natural place.
Just like these two objects, the heavier object is the stone and the lighter object is the cotton. So the object will fall faster is the stone because the stone is the heavier one.
However, Galileo disproved Aristotle's claims and stated that the motion of a body is not due to its composition. He asserted that the motion of a body can be described by measurement in the changes in quantifiable variables, such as time and distance. He further asserted that a body that is in uniform motion will move a distance that is proportional to the time it will take to travel. A uniformly accelerating body will travel at a speed proportional to time, and an object in motion will keep moving, and the external force is not necessary to maintain the motion.
About the concept of vertical motion, Aristotle pointed out that the velocity of body is inversely proportional to the time it covers to travel a certain height. On the other hand, Galileo emphasized that if two objects of different weights are dropped from a high point, both will hit the ground at the same time.
In terms of horizontal motion, Aristotle mentioned that bodies requires force to maintain horizontal motion. On the contrary, Galileo asserted that if there is no interference, a body in motion will keep moving in a straight line forever. He also added that there is no need to apply force for it to continuously move. The external force will act upon the body not to keep it from moving, but for it to stop moving.
Lastly, about the projectile motion, Aristotle explained antiparasthesis, which is the resistance of a medium in response to the movement of a body. Galileo explained that projectiles follow a curved path with horizontal and vertical components.
Galileo and his uniform acceleration. His observations lead to remarkable conclusions that regardless of the mass, size, and shape of an object and air resistance, falling objects will always have uniform acceleration, and that force is not necessary to sustain the horizontal motion of a body.
Galileo's experiments with inclined planes and falling objects lead him to the concept of uniform acceleration. He observed that objects falling under gravity gained equal amounts of speed in equal intervals of time, regardless of their mass.
Galileo's famous experiment, often attributed for the Leaning Tower of Pisa, demonstrated that objects of different weights fall at the same rate when dropped from the same height. This directly contradicted Aristotle's theory. He also introduced the concept of inertia, which states that an object in motion will remain in motion unless acted upon by external force. This challenged Aristotle's belief that a constant force was necessary to keep an object moving.
He concluded that bodies fall with constant acceleration on the surface and that gravity pulling all bodies downward is a constant force. In this regard, he found out that force is not necessary to sustain horizontal motion.
Never waste my time, you are I want. Neither of us wanna be alone. Breathing in your love or your touch. Oh, it's what I'm living for. Say I'll never waste my time. I'm all you want. Oh, yeah, we live it up. I know for sure that I'll always be yours. We could be spending time chasing nights, cruise the one until we see the sunrise. Hit my line, we align. Every night with you's the time of my life. Baby, don't feel no pressure. Yeah, you make everything easy, everything except leaving on. I'll never make you my enemy. Can't get enough of your energy. Know that you're feeling the same way. Yeah, we live it up, I know for sure that I'll always be yours. We could be spending time chasing nights, cruise the one until we see the sunrise. Hit my line, we align. Every night with you's the time of my life. The time of my, the time of my, the time of, baby, you're mine. The time of my, the time of my, yeah. Every night with you's the time of my life. Oh, we live it up for sure.